Joining us now, former CIA station chief and Fox News contributor Dan Hoffman. Dan, great to see you. Headline in the Wall Street Journal is Iran pursues deal that brings economic relief without handing Trump victory. Should the United States avoid at all cost giving Iran one dime, one nickel? And maybe do we need to bomb or open the Strait of Hormuz by force to fully disarm that weapon from Iran?
Yeah, so the United States has leverage over Iran in three places. First, we've got the sanctions, and as you mentioned, Iran would like to gain access to that money. There's billions of dollars that we have frozen of Iran's resources that they would, financial resources that they would use for sure to rearm and reconstitute their weapons of mass destruction and support proxy terrorists in the region. Secondly, we've got the blockade. And third, military strikes. I don't think we want to remove any of that leverage until we get the deal that we want. That means removing the highly enriched uranium from Iran outside of the country. It means a nuclear deal, not just an agreement to go to the table and negotiate one. I think we have to be really careful about giving up the leverage that we fought hard to build.
Can I ask you about another piece of this that kind of went onto the back burner as we were engaging in military strikes, and that's the Iranian people, okay? I'm reading that the regime there is going to start giving them limited internet access again. I don't really know what that means. I doubt it's very fulsome access. But I wonder if you think we're getting closer to the moment where the pain they're feeling economically might have them back out in the streets and exerting pressure on the regime like they were doing before all this started.
I honestly never felt like they were exerting enough pressure to get us to the tipping point where Iran's regime security was really threatened. The IRGC and the besieged paramilitary force is really strong and powerful. They've got all the guns, and they've made it clear that they are going to hunt down and shoot anyone who seeks to protest against the regime. So I just don't think we're there. I think it would take, frankly, hundreds of thousands of U.S. boots on the ground to topple the regime that way. We may induce a change in this regime's behavior, but we're going to have to, perhaps, I think, consider restarting our military strikes. Maybe we restart decapitation strikes. If these guys don't want to come to the negotiating table in good faith, well, maybe the next round of leadership will.
What does reopening the Strait of Hormuz look like on our end, Dan? Because you kind of answered my question of, like, will a lasting deal require additional military strikes on our behalf? But with the Strait of Hormuz, that really is the linchpin in all of this. It's Iran's greatest economic weapon, and it's also what needs to be solved here at home economically.
Yeah, look, Iran has disrupted the global economy by shutting down the Strait of Hormuz. And as long as we proceed to negotiations without reopening it ourselves, then Iran will have a more favorable position. And so I'm sure the president is talking with his entire team. And remember, the reason I think why he wanted to gather everyone together is that this impacts Department of Treasury, Homeland Security, the intelligence community, State Department, virtually our entire government, the Commerce Department. They all need to come together and discuss the challenges we face. For sure, if we were to try to reopen the Strait of Hormuz, we're going to get into additional military conflict with Iran. I just don't know that there's another way around this.
Yeah, it seems like Hormuz is the leverage. Whoever has that leverage has the advantage in this negotiation. Dan, got to leave it there. Good to see you. Thanks for being with us tonight.
You too, as always.